Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm here with another review roundup video. In these videos I cover 4 games that I've been playing recently, usually across different genres, sometimes different consoles and platforms, and I tell you what I think about them. That's about it really, so we're going to jump straight in with the first one, which is local news with Cliff Rockslide. Now, this is a game that came out in 2023 on Steam, but it's been ported over to consoles and released by Dolores Entertainment, who are kind of sent me a copy for this video, and it released on the 28th of June 2024 for Xbox Series X and S consoles. Now, it's also released on, I believe, PlayStation and possibly Switch as well. It's priced at £8.39. And it's a visual novel with a unique sort of premise. You're basically playing the game from the view of a reporter, and basically you're following along with him. You're his cameraman as such. You follow his shots, you speak to who he's speaking to, and it's basically like a day in the life of what he does basically. And it's silly, it's got sort of funny dialogue and stuff like that. It has a little bit of like audio narration in there, not a lot, it's mainly just sort of like sound effects and stuff like that. Does give you like multiple choices as you're progressing through the game, which is nice. And the actual graphics aren't that bad. They're in this like low poly 3D sort of style, which is kind of different. Normally when you see these visual novels, it's just a plain background with like a character art, and that's about it. Whereas this one at least has the 3D models in the background and stuff like that, as if it's looking through the camera lens. Now, it's okay that the humour's not always there, the writing's not always perfect. It's not the longest of games, you'll finish it in about 3 hours, but it is different. It mixes like point and click and visual novel gameplay and stuff like that, which is nice, and there are some like first person sections, which is cool. The game features like mini games and stuff like that as well, so that it's not just your bog standard reading as you progress, which is cool. Honestly, it's silly, it's stupid, it has like silly, weird new zombies, like killer cubes and stuff like that. All that sort of stuff that you come to expect from like a weird little indie game. Easy achievements as well. You can get the full 1000 gamer score in under sort of 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how quick you play through it. Isn't perfect, but like I say, it's different, and I like that they've mixed up the sort of visual novel style of gameplay to give it like a little shot in the arm. I thought that was really cool. Maybe they'll follow up with this. I'd like to see if they do more of these, maybe expand on it like more, because he's a reporter. I feel like you could really go into it more with like spin-offs and stuff like that. Who knows? But like I say, it's available on Xbox, currently next gen only on Series X and S. And like I say, yeah, it's priced at £8.39. Okay, and next up is Sokomage. Now, this released onto the Xbox on the 27th of June 2024. Developed and published by Affil Games, who were kind of sent me a copy for this video. It's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles, and it's very similar to one of their previous games, which was called Slap the Rocks. So in this game, this is a top-down puzzle game where you have to move these things around, like ice cubes around, to fill holes, to allow you to walk over these holes in order to get to these crystals on the other side. Now, you have to avoid like the environment. There's bushes and stuff like that. You can destroy some of them, but then obviously you need to bounce your ice off things, so you have to be really careful in how you do it. And it's a basic like up, down, left or right movement style puzzle game. Now, the game features 30 different levels, and there's loads of different ways you could complete the same puzzle. So you could do it one way, or you could do it a completely different way. Now, they do get more difficult as you progress, and also there's new mechanics added, like freezing bushes and stuff like that, as well as you're playing. Now, graphically, it's a sort of like 2D pixel game full of bright colours and stuff like that, and it looks alright. It's very simple, it's very easy. Some of the puzzles are quite like mind messing, but it's only priced at £4.19. So if you like your puzzle games, you'll get a fair few hours out of it. Easy peasy. Okay, and next up is Parkitect Deluxe Edition. This is honestly the one I've had the most fun with, the one I'm most excited to talk about. If you've ever watched any of the videos on my channel, seen some of the reviews, you'll know I am a sucker for like theme park, roller coaster style, like sim building games. I love building my own like theme parks. I was a huge fan of Roller Coaster Tycoon as a kid, one of my favourite games growing up. Also love Theme Park World. And unfortunately, Roller Coaster Tycoon has sort of fallen into disrepair over the last few years. I recently reviewed the newest Roller Coaster Tycoon game on Xbox, and it was probably one of my most scathing reviews I've ever done on the channel. They were basically charging like 35 quid for a mobile port and a terrible game that took out a lot of the core things that made Roller Coaster Tycoon what it was. Luckily, we've got Blitworks releasing Parkitect, and this has been out a while. It's finally on console, which is great, and it's the deluxe edition, which includes all of the DLC. So you get the Taste of Adventure and the Booms and Blooms DLC. It released on the 3rd of July 2024, and it's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles. And if you've ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon, you know exactly what you're in for here. The same sort of premise, almost to a T. Like, you can build the park of your dreams. You can design your own roller coaster layouts and stuff. You've obviously got custom made rides already. I believe there's over 70 different rides, like some of the most popular ones in the world that you're able to put in. Tons of shops, decorations and stuff like that. It has a monorail, which I thought was cool. You can even delete bridges and stuff and like kill your park attendees, which is always funny. Like, I don't recommend it, but you can. You can like terraform the terrain, so you can like raise it, lower it, place water and everything like that. Everything that made Roller Coaster Tycoon great, this has it. Now it has a bit of a more low poly 3D aesthetic to it, but it works really well. It's just fantastic. So I recommend this if you want a like a park simulator. This is the best one I've played in a long time. I've recently been playing that Park Beyond, I believe it's called, and that is a lot more faffy. This is very simple to pick up and play and enjoy. It's like a love letter to Roller Coaster Tycoon in every sense of the word. Now, the DLCs included are great. So you get the base game, you get the extra DLC with extra levels, new rides, with fireworks and decorations and stuff like that included. So you're getting the absolute best of the best here. There's tons and tons and tons of hours, 36 different scenario campaigns to play through. So much content. I had a blast playing it. It is only priced at $19.99, so run out, buy it now. It's fantastic. Let's support games like this that actually do what people want and do it right. I will say there are reports from people of save bugs where it deletes your progress. I never experienced that. I haven't, fingers crossed, touch wood, yet. But there is a lot of negative reviews, and that's the only negative I see is the save, like a save error. So I don't know if that's on certain consoles or what, but I personally haven't had to deal with that. Now, it is also available on other consoles as well. It's on PlayStation, so check it out. It's fantastic. Probably one of the best theme park simulator games I've played in a long time, and up there with some of the best. Okay, and last up is Yum Cookstar on Xbox. Now, this is one I've been wanting to put into a review video for quite a while now. It released on the 21st of the 9th, 2022, published by Ravenscourt, and it's basically Cooking Mama. I don't know whether it's like a spiritual successor or it is Cooking Mama, but they don't have the rights to the name anymore. It's all a very weird sort of mess, I believe. But all in all, this is Cooking Mama. You have to create a variety of dishes, doing a ton of different mini games, quick time events and stuff like that to make a variety of different meals and dishes for a load of judges. That's the story. It's basically like those cooking programs, like X Factor with food. I can never remember what they are because I don't watch them, but that's what it is. Now, there's over 70 different recipes to work through, from like French toast to rainbow waffles and stuff like that. There's 4 different difficulty levels, so if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can go back and redo them at a higher difficulty. There's daily challenges, and as you progress and you play, you unlock new appliance and kitchen customizations as well. Now, it's okay. It does its job. It's simple enough. If you like Cooking Mama and stuff like that, you'll probably enjoy it, especially if you can pick it up at a decent price. Apparently, the soundtrack's done by the award-winning composer Nile Rodgers, and it's actually a decent price right now. It's $8.99 on Xbox. I think I picked it up for about £3, and honestly, it's not too bad for that. Like, there's a few hours worth out of it. You're looking at about 10 to 15 hours for your full 100% completion if that's something you're after. But honestly, the gameplay feels like, you're playing WarioWare or like old school like sports games and you were just like hammering buttons and stuff like that to do things. It's that kind of gameplay. It's very quick, like micro game sessions. You'll have a dish and you'll have to do multiple different things in order to complete it, from like laying ingredients out, chopping them up, putting them together, mixing, putting it in the oven at the right temperature and stuff like that. There's stars that you earn depending on your score, and you obviously have a multiplier the better you do as well. And you can get up to 3 stars per dish with your score. At the end of everything, they sort of like grade it like you're watching an episode of Strictly Come Dancing. But it's okay. It'll destroy your controllers, definitely. I couldn't play it for more than like half an hour at a time because I was getting like sore palm ache from like swizzing my thumbsticks around and stuff like that. So maybe play it with a older pad if you've got one. But all in all, it's okay. It's not the best game, but like your kids will probably enjoy it. If you've got daughters that love cooking and stuff, you ever like Cooking Mama, definitely check it out. Now, I know it's also available on Switch and other platforms as well. And on Xbox, it's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles. But anyway, guys, that's this for the review roundup video. Which of the 4 are you most interested in? Are there any that jump out at you? Are there any that you think, nah, they're rubbish? Have you played any of them? If you have, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon for more gaming content, guys. Bye for now.